Okay, so just a quick update really. Yesterday I had a problem with the camper. I was coming down towards Tours and my ESP light kept coming on. It's done this before actually a few times, but I stop, switch off, wait 5 minutes, turn back on, it clears itself. Yesterday it didn't do that. Yesterday it came on 4 or 5 times, and eventually the engine warning light came on, which is obviously a bit more serious. So I drove into Tours and managed to find a Mercedes truck dealership there, workshop, and they managed to get it in after a couple of hours to have a look at, and they diagnosed it to the throttle pedal assembly and the sensors. So I managed to lose 4 hours at the dealership yesterday, but give them their due, they managed to locate a new part and get it shipped down overnight, and that arrived at 8 o'clock at the dealership this morning, and I was there waiting. So they managed to get it in the workshop quite quickly, and by around 10:30 they'd refitted the new parts, recalibrated it on the computers and things like that. So I'm happy that everything's fixed and I'm on the road again. A bit sad that my wallet's taken a big bashing, but there you go, it's one of those things. The other thing that's more concerning though is the fuel situation here in France. I'm not exactly certain what the problems are, but it would appear as if there's some problems with the refineries or something, because fuel is not getting delivered to the garages. And yeah, you're being restricted. So a lot of garages I've passed today are actually closed. Others are restricting you for what you can get. So some are saying you can only have a maximum of 30 litres. Others are saying that you can have a maximum of 50 euros. It really depends on the fuel. It would seem that for diesel and normal unleaded petrol, you're limited to 50 euros per customer. All other types of fuel, you can get up to 30 litres. But the usual sort of shenanigans really of business, because obviously there's a short supply and big demand, the prices have shot up again. So this morning I managed to get some fuel restricted to 50 euros, but it cost me 1.999, so almost 2 euros a litre, whereas only 3 or 4 days ago I could get diesel for just on 170. So yeah, so I'm not really quite sure how long this situation is going to go on for. I was hoping to meet up with some friends in Limoges on Thursday, but even they've been delayed a little bit, so I might not be able to get down now. And what with the fuel situation, maybe they're not going to bother. As far as I'm concerned, I think I'm going to start making a bit of a beeline over towards Spain, because the situation should be better there. And if there's all these restrictions and more garages are running out of fuel, it could be a bit of a problem. So that's what I've got in mind. I've travelled a lot in France, and at least if I get into Spain, not only will the situation probably be easier, but at least I'll have some warmer weather as well. So I think that's what I'm going to be doing over the next few days. So it's just a really quick catch up, let you know what's going on. And for anyone that's thinking of travelling over to France in the next maybe week, I don't know, even 2 weeks, I'm not really sure of the timescales, but it's worth keeping in mind, and perhaps going online and see if you can find some updates, because if you do come over, you could have a problem getting fuel, particularly diesel, which obviously most of our motorhomes and camper vans run on. So yeah, just a heads up on that score. So look forward to seeing you in the next video, but hopefully that's given you a bit of information to go on.